Hey folks, Super Bowl. As of recording this, I haven't seen the game yet. Well, it hasn't been played yet. Anyway, I want to talk about, not the game, I want to talk about the commercials. So I was doing some reading the other day, and apparently Wayne's World is coming back for the Super Bowl. And that got me thinking about all the other things about these commercials that we often talk about. For example, how much did it cost to make this commercial? How much did it cost to produce this commercial? How much did it cost to buy the ad time for this commercial? You know, all those things. And at the end of the day, what we realize is to put a commercial in the Super Bowl halftime, or anywhere in the Super Bowl for that matter, is like a multi-million dollar endeavor. Billions of dollars are going to be exchanged for the sake of these commercials. But these commercials, if you really think about it, this isn't for our entertainment. We're actually paying for these commercials. Right? Every time you buy a soda, a couple of pennies for the price of that soda goes to pay for that Super Bowl commercial, which led you to buy that soda, or for that beer, or for those nachos, or for that fast food, or for that movie that's coming out, whatever the case is. Those aren't there for entertainment. They're not there for us to, it's some sort of gift for us. We pay for that stuff. They create a commercial. The commercial creates a desire in us for a particular product. We go buy that product, so that they can take the money that we pay them for that product to build in us the desire for that product. So that we would go buy that product, and they would take a couple of pennies from the purchase of that product to create another commercial to make us desire their product, so that we go buy their product. You get where I'm going with this? The other day, I was fortunate enough to take part in a little seminar, a talk about anarchy and Christianity. The professor, his name's David Dean. You can find him on Twitter. Actually, I'll include his Twitter address in the description. He's a professor at the Atlantic School of Theology in Halifax. He was there when I first went there. Great guy, wonderful guy, very one of those just crazy smart guys. And he speaks with an Irish accent. I don't know if he's actually Irish, but he's got a great Irish accent, so obviously he can do no wrong. In that talk, David started talking about capitalism. His talk on anarchy wasn't just a matter of politics, but economics and philosophy as well. So he was talking about capitalism, and as he was talking about capitalism, my brain sort of went to consumerism. Because I'm not entirely certain that capitalism is the great evil that we think it is. And I'm not trying to pick a fight with anybody about that. I see capitalism much more from the perspective of supply and demand. And where those two intersect is where you see the limit a person can charge for a product, or the limit that a person will pay for a product. But with consumerism, I see something much more devious, much more malignant. I don't have a problem with somebody selling a product for a small profit so that they can feed their family, go buy more product, and build another one. I don't have an issue with that. But I do with consumerism. Because it's in consumerism where I see a system whose goal is to shift our perception of supply and demand. The goal in consumerism is to make me believe that I need a product that I don't actually need. Make me believe that I need something that I don't actually need. Make me believe that that thing that I need, that everybody wants it, and so that I must be willing to pay more for it. In consumerism, I see something that is selling a product that is not terribly needed for a price that is well beyond its actual value. And then instills in us the desire to keep returning to that trough That once we have that product that we desperately needed, we get it, but the product doesn't completely satisfy the need, and so we go out and we buy more. And so that we get more, and as we get more, we realize it's still not meeting the need that has been instilled in us. Jesus in the New Testament, he doesn't talk about capitalism per se as much as he talks about our misunderstanding about what we need. I don't think he talks about capitalism as much as he talks about consumerism. He talks about people believing that they need more than they actually do. He talks about people needing more and more and more and more and more. He talks about people seeking out to hold on to everything they have without the recognition that at someday they're not going to have any of it. Consumerism to me is the much greater evil. Now perhaps I'm just splitting a hair. And I know that on this channel there are people out there who are experts in the economy, and I'd love to hear your views on what it is that I'm saying. And please understand, I'm not saying this to you, consumerism's bad and capitalism. I'm not getting into that because I'm sitting in a place of great moral superiority because I've already conquered these particular demons. I am an absolute impulse shopper. I have not conquered my own consumerism. I have not conquered my own misperceptions of my actual needs. I'm speaking to you from a person who's seeing what's going on around them, what's going on in their own life, and who is wishing that it wasn't. Who's seeing what's happening in their own life and saying, there's a better way. For the last 150 years, to one extent or another, we have been told, our society has been groomed to believe that we need more. That what we have is not enough. That there is more to have, that there is better to have. That the success or failure of our life is going to be measured by what we have and how much of it. And we as a society have worked ourselves up into a place where it has become almost a religion to us. We have grown to a place where we worship what it is we have. We work our fingers to the bone to get it, to keep it, to maintain it. We've got to turn away from this. We've got to turn away from this idolatry. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord's face be made to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord's countenance be lifted up to you, and may you always know the peace of being in the Lord's presence. And I pray that you and I will begin to strip these chains from ourselves, that we could be freed from that desire, from those voices that inspire us to believe that we need more. Amen.